Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today we're ranking up from gold to platinum with Orzhov Reanimator. This deck is a lot of fun, and I've been excited to play it for a while because I've run up against Rite of the Moth several times, and it's looked sweet, and it turns out it is in fact sweet to play. It's awesome. The question is just how to structure the deck around it to maximize your win rate, to make sure you're surviving the early game, but still having enough options late game to win, and this is the configuration I've come up with, and I'm very happy with. Early drops, we got a lot of interaction. As I've talked about over the past couple days, the format is so fast, so we got 4 cut downs. We currently have 0 Elspeth's Smite. I could see throwing in 2, which I'll talk about a little bit later, but between the two, I like cut down better because you always have the option to do it on your turn, which doesn't give your opponent the opportunity to play around it, pump their creature out of range, whereas Elspeth's Smite, almost always you have to wait for them to attack, and then if they pump the toughness over 3, well, you're sad and kind of screwed. So cut down is my choice between the two. I could see adding a little bit more cheap interaction. Anoint with Affliction is given, as I've talked about before. You exile any creature, mana value 3 less, which is basically all the creatures you want to interact with in the format. The rest of it is a bit more interesting. The configuration I have here is not actually what I ran in the video today, but I was reflecting after, and I think I had to make some tweaks. So what I was running in the videos today is a single Bitter Triumph and then 4 copies of Harvester of Misery, because I was having so much fun with this card. I mean, it does all the things you want it to do in the deck, right? You can just channel it or discard it away for 2 mana and pick something off with -2/-2, which is a lot of the mono red trash you're trying to get rid of, and then it's just a creature sitting in your graveyard, ready to be reanimated. So worst case scenario, if you have nothing to reanimate, you can just get back this 5 mana 5/4 with Menace, and best case scenario, you then sweep the board of all the remaining trash, you know, little rabbits or mono red, mono white type stuff. So I had a lot of fun with this card. It did everything I wanted it to do. But looking back on the deck and reflecting a bit, I can't believe I ran the deck without really almost any answers to Sheldred. Like, Sheldred is very much in the format, as is Atraxa and other stuff, and I just didn't really account for that, I guess, because I was having so much fun with this card. So I think a more balanced approach is 2 Bitter Triumphs, because the discard is really nice here. You can destroy target creature or planeswalker, and an additional cost, you can either pay 3 life or discard a card. And the discard a card is very synergistic, so you can drop off Atraxa early. But we don't need all 4 because losing the life is painful, and you don't need to discard that many cards, so the other 2 can probably go for the throat, which means there's just 1 slot for the Harvester. But yeah, this card was sweet, and I had a lot of fun with it. Now, the rest of the deck is more geared towards the reanimation stuff. We got 4 Rite of the Moths, which can be flashback for 6, which isn't that expensive. It's not 7. The difference between 6 and 7 is big, and flashback for 6 is very doable to run back. 2 Beseech the Mirrors. It's interesting. I guess now we'll kind of talk about the flaws of the deck. Just to get right to it, I think Overlord of the Balemark sucks, and I think Overlord of the Mistmoors sucks a little less. This card, at least, can find a home in the mono-white token deck. Maybe it's okay there. I don't know. I haven't played that one yet. But look, every time I played against this card, it just does nothing, and I beat the opponent before it flips, or by the time it flips, I'm ready for it. And every time I play it, it does nothing, and by the time it flips, the opponent's ready for it. I just don't like this card. I don't. It shouldn't be in the deck. We're taking it out. This one's similar, just kind of doesn't do enough. So to optimize the deck further, I think I'd take out both these. I mean, I did it mostly as fan service to you guys to like try out the new cards, but honestly, I'd probably just go with 2 copies of Sheldred the Apocalypse. Because when it came to Beseech the Mirror, often I found that if I didn't have anything in the graveyard to reanimate, I couldn't go right for Rite of the Moth, and I didn't have many good targets. Like, you could go get a Liliana, which is okay sometimes. You could get a removal spell, which is okay sometimes, but I really just wanted like a strong threat to place onto the battlefield. So 2 Sheldreds, you cannot go wrong. If you want it to be a little more toolboxy, even though we're only run 2 Beseeches, if you wanted to put in a sweeper, like No Witnesses, a 4-mana sweeper, you could run Temporary Lockdown, although it sweeps your Collector's Vault, which we'll get to in a second, so that's not amazing. You could even throw in a Beza or something like that, so you have some kind of, you know, comeback card, gain some life, make some blockers. I could see all that, but you're not going to go wrong with 2 Sheldred. Immediately dump it onto the battlefield. You won't regret that if you're just running Beseech. You don't have anything to reanimate, really. 4 Flesh Gorgers here. I've talked about this a year ago in prior reanimation videos, but you don't need to run 4 Atraxas and then 4 other 8-drops. You just don't need to do it. It's too much dead cards in your hand. Your strategy is, 1, it takes up slots that you need to put in towards early interactions. You're just going to lose way more games because of that, but you just don't need that many. Flesh Gorger is a perfectly serviceable win con. If you reanimate it, it is a 7 mana, 7/5 with Menace and Lifelink and Ward, 7 life, you know? It's good. It's good, and you can play it on 3, and you can block with it on 3, and you can attack with it on 3 with lifelink. Like, you don't need all 8. This is all you need, and we even have more win cons. Like, you can get back the Harvester, you can get back the Sheldred, you know, you got the creature land in here. Like, you don't need too much to win. I would not over-index and put 8 finishers on top. You're just going to get your hand clogged, and you're not going to have enough interaction early. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, Collector's Vault. Yeah. This is the only other card I'll talk about. I think it's much better than Split Skin Doll. I can understand why you'd run this. This card gets worse in multiples. It's just a draw discard, basically. But Collector's Vault does all the things. Like, it ramps you. It guarantees, even if you don't hear a land drop, you can always reanimate on 4, and it is continuously reusable. If you don't have all the... Like, this is a combo deck. You need the, you need to draw the card that you want to reanimate, and then you need to get it into the graveyard, and then you need the reanimation spell. So you might need up to 3 cards to make it happen. And this basically does everything at once. And you can use it over and over and over to filter for the card you need. So this is a 4 of for me, absolutely. It's much better in a 5 mana reanimation spell deck because it ramps you into that turn 5 reanimator on turn 4 very consistently. And you don't always need that, but I still think it's superior to Split Skin Doll because it just does so much and is repeatable. That's the deck. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. It's good. We went from gold to platinum, so enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. On the draw, it's a little slow, but it has a lot of great pieces. We'll keep this. Aha, the mirror. Well, we don't need cut down on 1, that's for sure. So we can easily start here. We don't know if it's the mirror. It's something, though. Nope, it's a discard. Orzhov discard. So that's actually totally fine. Probably cut down, I think. Keep all the lands. It could be, oh man, yeah, the enchantment deck. When it enters a turn up to 1 target non-fairy, they can replay it. Yeah, alright. Okay. That is what it is. They want to bounce this fairy too, right? My hunch is to play the Vault, but we might just need to bounce this thing. I don't know this deck well enough yet. I haven't played really against it, or I definitely haven't played it. So we'll go fast land here. And I think we're going to pick it off. I just don't remember. I think they have a way to bounce it. I don't remember how it works, though. I think we'll end here and try to do it on their turn. I just don't remember. They definitely, I don't know if they get it back from the graveyard or what. Let's just see what they do here first. I'll take 2. To 16. What is the bid? Discard another card. We can get rid of a land. So this coming turn, we're going to Collector's Vault, so we could get rid of the Surveil land. All right, we can get rid of a Plains here, actually. And should have time to Surveil. Take whatever value that adds. So now what? Do you bounce it? When it's turned up to 1 target non-fairy non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If the permanent was turned this way, put a +1 counter. Okay, so they just return the Hopeless Nightmare again. Yeah, okay. We'll zap the first one. I think they can get back the Pixie. Maybe they return the Pixie from the graveyard to the battlefield. I forget how it all works. Alright, so this turn we're going to take the Surveil, and we'll get the Vault down. So, okay, this is our last match for a little while. Let's bin you and try to reanimate you next turn. It might survive to go for the throat, and who knows what other removal they have, but they might have an issue with a big Flesh Gorger. That's a 12. Hopeless Nightmare again. I think we'll get rid of the Pain Land. Our mana's so good. Alright, let's do the thing. See if they have an answer. I think the Lifelinker's better, right? I think you just take Lifelinker. Again, it also survives Go for the Throat, which is maybe their best removal spell. We don't know what else they have. Tithing Blade. Alright, we sack our creature. That's a good spell. A little bit of life. And I guess we'll Vault away the Vault. Try to work our way up to 6 mana for the rights, which could happen as soon as next turn. They do nothing? They're stuck on land, man. Alright. Well, it's been a weird game, but we definitely are being given a shot here. Yeah, bin the Vault. Okay. Go get black. So we'd have to get back the Harvester from the graveyard, which is almost not that worth it, right? We just hard cast this one instead. Burn the treasure token, which isn't necessary. Because maybe we top deck the land for Virtual Persistence. That's a 5 mana 5/4. They might have Go for the Throat now. No, nothing. They're stuck on land. We've discarded all our cards. They hit land. They're playing red as well. Mardu enchantments, I guess. Braids. Okay, sack the Nightmare. We don't have any cards in hand, though. Down to 8. One top, one bottom. Atraxa. So we want to discard you and play you, right? Can't do it all this turn. I don't think we're attacking. How much is this? This is 4, so not doing that either. Technically, we could discard Atraxa now and draw into a 4-mana reanimation spell, but if they have any graveyard hate, we get screwed. So I think it's do nothing here. We could also power up the Fortress to do something funky. Okay, we'll block. Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, we're going to get the Atraxa draw. Let's see what they do here. -3? Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind that. Trade? Sure. Is it a first strike? Wait. Oh, my bad. -3, -3. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, what are we sacking here? Enchantment, which we don't have, down to 6. Okay. Let's do the thing. Oh man, we could have done it last turn. There's no way to know that though. So we don't have to use all the treasure here, and it's actually better if we don't, because we're going to have mana to cast other stuff this turn. So let's just take this Rite of the Moth. Atraxa returns. We have a lifelinker, 3 mana. We need to get some stuff to stabilize. So that's Artifact. Another Atraxa? To hand. That's interesting. I mean, we have the next reanimation spell, so I don't think that's necessary. We have Overlords better here. We don't have great removal spells, actually. We'll get a land, though, right? So we could make some blockers. Maybe Overlord. Cut down instants. We need an untapped land. Yeah, let's do it like this, I guess. Is that everything? What is this one? Why is this one different? Oh, this is an enchantment. That's sweet. Okay. Yeah, let's do it like that. Land here. And we could kill Braids, or we could make a couple blockers, which isn't bad either. And avoids the sacrifice issue, which I think is coming. Alright, so if they have a sack a creature effect, we can sack the Moths. We have the 7/7 lifelink. Let's see how they play it. Still a close game. We could still lose from this position. It's not over yet. Hopeless Nightmare. Discard probably the cut down here. Although the bounce effect, we don't have any mana anyway. Maybe the Harvester goes. Down to 4. Let's see if they can get us to 0 right now. Can they make us sack... We have an artifact and an enchantment. Yeah, there's that refresh. Too bad we don't have mana open for the cut down. So they bounce back the Hopeless Nightmare, play it again. We drop to 2. But we have an enchantment and an artifact to sack. So I don't think they can dome us off. Prestige the Mirror is still good here. I think. Can they get us to 0? We should have something to sack, right? Artifact or enchantment. We should have it all. And creature. And land. They sack an artifact. I got an artifact. We're not dead. We live with Atraxa. It's pretty dang good. We can get back a Harvester, give everything -2, -2. It's interesting. Beseech can get Liliana. I think we'd like to get rid of Braids if we can. Let's begin here. Okay, 7 lifelink is a lot. We only really have the Harvester down here, and it would kill our creatures too, right? Other creatures? Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. We have a Flesh Gorger as well. I think we just baby Flesh Gorge here and hold cut down. I don't think we need to do too much else. -3, -3. On who? You? Okay. If you do draw 2 cards, we sacrifice another enchantment or creature. So I guess they sacked Hopeless Nightmare. Okay. I don't think they're sacrificing the Pixie here. I think they sack Hopeless Nightmare and try to get it back. We currently are looking at lethal. If we pick off the Pixie, we do have the flyers. Okay, draw 2, 1 mana open. Only 1 mana open. Looking good here. They want to sack what? A, I guess one of these enchantments, and we can just say no. And that's fine. I think we'll decline. They get to draw a card, but it's not a big deal because it looks like we have lethal here. Manifest Dread. Alright, that's fine. Okay. Cut down the 2/2 flyer. So they're facing lethal unless they can pick off one of ours. We're still in a very good position. Let's go for it. Attack for lethal in the air. Exacxies. Alright. Good game. On the play with the Volt. I mean, the Volt's amazing. The rest of the hand is pretty sus. But we'll try it out here. Shoddy Insane. That's a good name. I like that. Here comes the Volt against Boros. Let's hope some things go right here. They're looking at the Volt like they're going to destroy an artifact somehow. They're not, though. Well, this turn we really just want to Volt, I guess. Can hold open other stuff. We don't have the reanimation piece. So we're just ending here. Could bid our Triumph if we have to. It's also totally fine. Fountain Port. Oh, baby, the Forge. Okay, that's interesting. Alright. Well, this will be different. Probably don't need more. I mean, we definitely don't need the extra Volts, I guess. I think we'll keep the Overlord to play this turn. Okay, I mean, how much better is the 6/6 version? I think it's fine to just play this out now, honestly. Otherwise, we can wait another turn and Volt again, and then reanimate it next turn. Is this Boros control? They might just kill it immediately. But we do kind of have to deal with the Forge. And a 6/6 blocks everything. Just pick it off the Dragonfire, though. I think it might be better just play the Overlord here. We'll draw into better stuff. We got more time to Volt. Beza. They just get the creatures, though. Are we trading yet? Maybe not yet? I'll take 2 this time. Also has Trample anyway, so we're really not dodging that much damage. This Forge is an issue. More land is not it. We could Volt prematurely here. I don't think they'll have any graveyard hate. We really want to leave open black, though. Let's do it like this. Cut down. Not super useful. I think I might play second Volt this turn. Land could be good. I think cut down's the worst card here. Could play second Volts and even use it the same turn. If we want to. Let's go no attacks. Picking off Beza doesn't seem too bad. Have to deal with the Forge as well. It's getting interesting. Maybe we just block Beza and we Volt. We need something to reanimate really badly. Yeah, I think we're going to do that instead. Let's just chump block here and take 5. That's a lot. We kind of need a good Reanimator target right here. Sack the token, draw a card. Sure. Volt again. Auto pay. No. I don't need cut down. My turn. That's a card. Lightning Helix is down there. Hard casting it doesn't do anything right now. I think we continue to draw discard. We can use at least 1 white. No, don't need that either. Painland, probably don't need that. Do we take 1 more? Probably. We still haven't played land yet this turn. Atlanta's not that good in this situation, honestly. think I'm going to play land, hold Bitter Triumph, or Virtue Persistence. I don't think we need Liliana here, really. It just doesn't seem that good. Let's get a little bit of life back. I think we'll chump block Beza again. Oh, they're gonna zap their own creature. No, they're gonna zap our creature. They sack this to zap that one. All right, so that's unfortunate. It means we don't get the life, and Virtue is gone forever. We could Bitter Triumph and either lose 3 life or just discard the right because we can flash it back anyway. 1 to the top's not good. And we got plenty of treasure. Next turn we get the Overlord for whatever that's worth. Another Forge. It's an issue for us for sure. Yeah, here comes all the stuff. I think we are discarding the Rite of the Moth. I mean, we have so much mana to go around. I think we should have plenty to do Vault and still cast it, basically. Discard card, yeah. Target you. Auto pay. Not hitting any of the things we need to hit here. Take 6. I mean, we'll flip the Overlord, and if we can get to Atraxa this turn, it would be huge. Thing is, the Forges will run into the Atraxa lifelink. Pick off you now, get the map tokens. Alright, well, we got 2 more draws to get something to reanimate here. There it is. Okay, let's do the thing. Let's use white. At least 1 white. Alright, you go. Reanimate. Bring you back. And let's see if we can get into this game. We're only going to have 1 mana open for cut down, which isn't awful, actually. Artifact. Creature we get the next Atraxa. I think that's worth it. Land. We don't want a fast land, so Swamp is okay. Rite of the Moth also okay. I guess if we're just going to have cut down available, though. No, we have 2 mana. But we're only really going to cast cut down this turn. So we could actually take the Surveil land here, I think. Right? Because we have 1 open still. We can take the Surveil land. Alright. Surveil away. Leave on top. I mean, we're going to play the next Atraxa next turn anyway. I don't think it's that bad. Let me keep this. It is one way out of this mess. We could... I think we want to pick off maybe their biggest token. We'll see if we even live this turn. Immediately removed, yeah. And so how much damage can they pump out with the Forge? We're at 6. It's very close. Man, I wonder if they DC'd. I don't know if they're thinking that hard. We have the 1 mana for cut down. That must be... It could be on their mind. Maybe they DC'd here. Which is unfortunate, because this is a close game, and I think they deserve to win if they can clinch it here. And if we can come back next turn, I think we deserve it. But they might have DC'd. Okay, trigger. Let's see if they attack. If they don't attack... Oh, that's sad. I guess they did DC. I guess we can hold cut down, or we can just use it now. I guess we hold it. Well, that's unfortunate, but I'm not really in the business of giving away free wins. And they Atraxa and they scoop. Oh man, they DC'd. I mean, we could have cut down the largest one, survived that turn, binned Atraxa, reanimated it, and hopefully gotten enough removal spells to survive the next turn, and then attacked with lifelink or kind of run it back again. So I think it was a very close game, but that'll get us to platinum, into platinum. So, all right. On the play, with a lot of removal and terrible lands. Man, I don't think it's that bad. We have a lot of 2-drop interaction. We'll try it out. Boros, 1-drop. Okay. Well, let's go get black. Swamp it is. Nice, fast land. And we have the Anoint. Let's see how much they want to tap out here. Looking at the land. They're touching the lands. 1. Is that it? Okay. I mean, this is a good one to exile, I suppose. Or we just -2/-2. I guess that's one of the best things we can do. Cool. Hold here. We could discard a Flesh Scourger and reanimate as a 7/5 lifelinker. You'd think that'd be enough to win versus mono red. It might not be enough to win, but it's not a terrible way to go. We still need to hit that next land, but it's all possible. Slick shot, okay. I'd like to see a pump spell. Another slick shot. All right, let's see if the last one's hexproof. I feel like it's not, though. They're going for it. Okay. Yeah, we'll better Triumph this guy. And we'll discard one of the Flesh Scourgers. And maybe we'll reanimate it soon. Discard a card. Destroy you. Bin you. And we'll take 3. Go ahead and do this now. Get that next black. Alright, so if we're lucky we hit the untapped land, we go right into Beseech. No. Annoying with Affliction. I mean, they've shown us 0 hexproof. Lifelink is nice. I'm gonna go with this. This could be a mistake. I guess I could always use the 2-mana enchantment removal spell. Maybe that's a good reason to do nothing here and just annoy it with instead. Yeah, because they're totally happy to just pay the board 3. They don't care. Fair enough. And now it has ward 2, which is very painful. So, yeah, in retrospect, maybe that wasn't the best move. Okay, they're tapped out. So if we hit an untapped land, we can anoint. We do. Oh god, do we save it for their turn? They've shown us 0 hexproof all game. I think you just kill it now. It's too close to dead otherwise. Auto pay. Get back our Flesh Scourger. It's a 7/5 this time. Hasty boy. You coming in? Nah, you're doing nothing. So Beseech could get anything 4 or less, including removal spells. It's at sorcery speed. We could get Liliana and just sack that creature, which isn't bad at all here. We have no... Oh, we have the other Flesh Scourger. I guess we get that. Yeah, that's fine. I think that should be a lot of lifelink. Liliana's not bad here, though. I kind of think, actually, Liliana might be better. Ah, but that's only if you bargain. Alright, so we'll do it this way. -2/-2 is also very good. Let's go for this, actually. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I think that was a good sequence. Scoop. Yeah, so playing the creature into the ward, exile effect was interesting. We had the removal spell, so getting the Flesh Scourger back, ended up getting it back as a 7/5, but still a little dicey to play out a creature against this deck, I think. On the play. It's okay. We don't have any ramp stuff or reanimator stuff. I think we get the Surveil down first. Try to hit that land. It's not a land, so we have to bin it. Blue. Storm Chaser's Talent. When it enters, create a 1/1 blue and red otter. When it comes level 2, return target instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. When it comes level 3 for 6 mana, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, create a 1/1 blue otter. Alright, that's a lot of text. I guess we'll hold open some stuff here. Not sure what we need to worry about with this deck yet. Okay. Is that it? Okay. Well, we'll try to -1 this thing. -2. Okay. So they might have a counter, which is kind of what it feels like. So if we want them to counter anything, honestly, we don't mind if they counter the Flesh Scourger. The Volt would be really good to accumulate value over time. So we'll just go for this here. I'm expecting a counter spell. Seed of Hope, Mill 2. What do we got? Altanak the Thrice Called. It's a 7-mana 9/9 with Trample Insect Beast. When it becomes a target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, draw a card, pay 2 mana, discard it, return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Holy moly, that's a lot of text. And there's a land down there they could get. So they can discard it and ramp, basically. I don't know what this deck is doing, but we're a little scared. Maybe no counter spells, though? Swing for 3. Alright. I mean, we have Rite of the Moth, we have Atraxa. We don't have land, though. But if we can work our way to the combo, we have the pieces. Another Seed of Hope. Still no counter spells. And I guess they discard this thing, get the land, maybe? Luckily, we run enough basics. And we only really need 1 white, max 2, to make everything work. Discard you, get back that. Alright, they're ramping up. But they'll probably have a hard time dealing with Atraxa unless they run counters. And it doesn't really feel like a counterspell deck. Very weird. And they're running Storm Chaser's talent as well. Super weird. They can get back target instant or sorcery. Alright, that's fine. That's kind of weird. Terror. Ah, they just needed to discount it. I see. It's a big boy. So I guess we Surveil and Collector's Vault and set up to Atraxa next turn. Yeah, I mean, we could bin that now. I don't think we're hardcasting it anytime soon. Anyway. We don't technically need to do the Vault, because we have enough mana to Rite of the Moth, and we already have it in the grave, so we could just cast the Flesh Gorger here. Why does this have a target? Mana value 3 or less. Why is this castable? Mana value 3 or less. Not sure. I feel like I'm missing something. Looks like a fight spell here. Bushwhack. Okay. Again, not sure if they have space for counterspells. They're doing... Maybe if they run into the Flood Mile, they'll run a counterspell. We will find out shortly. Only 2 cards left in hand. Level you up. Get back what? Bushwhack? I mean, you're going to fight my Atraxa? Into the Flood, they could bounce Atraxa. So it'd be great if we get a Liliana off this to sack the Terror. And they have 1 blue open. Okay. Ah, I think you kind of wasted that. Land is fine. We'll see if we get a tap land here. We only really need to cast Cut Down anyway. So we'll begin here. Right, we got it down there. Just double checking. Atraxa's down there. Great. Okay. Do all the things. Artifact. Scoop. Yeah. Funky deck. I'm kind of curious if there's like a... This is a well-played deck or people know what the ultimate strategy is, but I've never seen this before. On the play with the Baelmerk. I think we'll keep this. I feel like we just played this guy and they were Orzhov enchantments. Alright, let's start with the tap land. We can save the Surveil tap land until we know a little bit better what we might want or not want. Oh, but Nightmare, discard a card. Get rid of one of these lands. I guess it is the tap land here, actually. Or we could get rid of the Flesh Gorger. We probably don't need both. Looks like we don't. Alright, here comes the Overlord very early. Rite of the Moth down there. Sure, we can return it to the hand. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad down there. I'm okay putting it in the hand. They're gonna have to get through it anyway, one way or another. Okay, do nothing. That's a good card to discard. We'll see if they have a opponent sack a creature effect. Or the -3/-3 enchantment, nowhere to run. It's interesting, it goes through ward, doesn't it? Because somehow the effect... I'm interested how the ruling of that card works. Creatures your opponents control can be the target spells or abilities, and they didn't have hexproof. Ward abilities, those creatures don't trigger. But to target it, you don't have to pay the ward cost? Like, how does the layering of the effects work? Decline? I want to keep the Baelmerk around. Turn 2 Baelmerk, that's going to flip. Seems decent to keep around. Though we're going to have to eat a couple of these. 2 to the bottom, nice. Collector's Vault. Also nice. Do we just Flesh Gorge here, though? We don't have the reanimation spell. Let's see what's on top. Liliana's good. I'll keep it. I mean, it's not perfect against them, because I could just play a fairy next turn. But I don't hate it. Alright, sack a creature. But if they don't play another creature, we can Liliana away the Braids, which I think will feel good. Tap land. I don't think they're going to play a creature for 1 black or 1 red. So I think we can kiss Braids goodbye. And they lose the artifact, maybe? Yeah. Down to 11, draw a card. There's Liliana, which I think is coming down here. Let's shut down the Braids. See if they have backup ready to go. The Baelmerk is getting close to being online. And I don't remember what kind of removal they have. I guess they can always make a sack creature. It's kind of an issue. Oof. That's actually really bad. Enters or attacks you can pay 2. Decline, but now we're really low. That's a 9. Volt. I mean, we can plus and bin the Volt. Or bin the Atraxa, I guess, is really what we want to do. This turn's going to hurt. I mean, if we top deck the land, and we get a draw discard, we could go right into Atraxa, but we take 6+ damage this turn. I think we go for it. Plus here. Bin the Atraxa now. It's fine. And do our best to hit the land. And we have a 5/5 blocker for Braids, at least. Which isn't bad. Alright, now we're dropping real low. Looking close to lethal here. Okay, bin the extra Collector's Vault. Down to 7. Sack a creature. That might be game, because we don't have an enchantment. So I think that's game. Alright, you got it. Unless they accidentally pick Artifact. But this looks like game to me. Extra game. Yeah, good game. You got it. 2 damage there, 6 there, plus they can use Braids, get another 2 by sacking a enchantment and get the rest of the way. Alright. On the draw, it's interesting. It's almost a little slow, but I think we keep it for sure. Let's see if it's just mono red. Rakdos red, yeah. Yeah. I think we try to hold cut down here. The prowess makes it tough though, right? I think we're just picking it off now. I don't think it's worth playing around. Okay, so a spear. Just one? No pumps. Interesting. And a scamp. Alright. Okay then. Fastland lets us, I mean, we really need the 3-drop, right? I guess Fastland lets us Harvester here, which is good. So we'll do that. Untap land into Flesh Gorger could be good. Bailmerk, not looking so useful yet. Another Scamp. Okay. Cool. -2, -2. Nice. Down to 17. Untap land would be huge. Let's see if we get lucky. Nope. It's tap. I think we need to take these out. I don't think we need that many Fabled Passages. So it's Surveil here, and either Collector's Vault or Overlord. I mean, it's all really slow. Let's see what we Surveil. Another Flesh Gorger. Probably don't need additional ones at this point. I mean, it's not looking good. I guess we play the Vault. This coming turn is going to be tough. I do think we take out all the Fabled Passages, maybe. I just don't think they're that necessary. We don't need that much white. There's already plenty of dual white lands. I don't think we need any more tap lands in the deck. We only took 1 that turn, though. We have the Reanimation spell, so that's pretty interesting. We just get back the Flesh Gorger here, or even the other one's really good, too. I think I'm down to try to board wipe. Get more black. I don't think they have anything here. Somehow. Yeah. Very nice. That's huge. Scoop. Whew, baby. Okay, yeah, I think we take the Fabled Passages out after this. I just don't think we need them, and can't stumble early that much. Alright, thank you for staying to the end. If you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, a comment, a subscribe. All that helps out the algorithm so much. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.